I remade a scene from the Invincible show entirely in Fortnite. With the new Alan the Alien and Pooplicate skins, I decided it would only make sense for me to remake one of the most iconic scenes from the comics and to air my video right next to the new episode of the real show airing on Amazon. I've done this for many collabs in the past, but since I actually like Invincible, unlike Marvel slot number 63, I was going to actually have fun. The main reason I'm doing this is because the animation budget for this show is probably worse than what I leave for a tip at a restaurant. So my main goal of this video is to help the overworked animators at Amazon and just make the scenes for them. Now, just like one of Invincible's iconic mid-season breaks, I'm back.
Are you sure?
Before I get started on this project, it proved to be quite a challenge. I ran into several tribulations throughout the process of trying to remake this scene and get it out in time. A couple of problems were that there was no blue suit mark in the game yet, and also there was no conquest skin, so I had to compromise and improvise. I settled on using this default style of Invincible and, I used Gunner with King Kong's one of his conquest sniper fists. I also didn't know anyone with Invincible, so I had to send letters out to every region of the world, and luckily I got some responses, meaning I would be able to film. Now with my character issues out of the way, I had to think about the scenes. As of time of filming this, the episode isn't out yet, so I have no PNGs being dragged around to tell me what to remake in Fortnite. Actually, that's a lie, because I do have the incredible confrontation between Mark and Conquest from the end of episode 7. But going on, I'll have to use my vast comic knowledge as an avid reader of the original intellectual property. So I just decided I would basically do a recap of the whole fight scene, since it really doesn't need 40 minutes of runtime.
Are you sure?
Now, time for the building. Since this is the epic scene where Glenn got the honor of rematching Negan, I needed to make sure the builds were truly epic. I started making the house from Invincible, where our main character Mark was conceived by his two parents, and I started by making the road and doing the cool sidewalk, making it possible for me to implement a driveway later down. Next I started with the front of the house, just trying to get the basic shape down. Then I added a roof, which I'd constantly come back to and try to make better throughout my time building this. I would add windows, along with a door and some plants outside. Then I added the backyard of the house where Omni-Man told Mark he would do some crazy skateboard tricks. Then I added a balcony and decided to put some other houses around the neighborhood, just to make it feel more complete. Across the street, this is a house that always gets destroyed, so I decided I would do the same thing for my scene. I added some mechanics that make it so when I hit the house, it would actually crumble. Now, the neighborhood's done, but since I'm remaking the Conquest fight, I needed a city. I looked through some of my old maps to see if I could find something I could just reuse, and I found a Ghostbuster New York, which I think would work perfect for recycling into a Mark and Conquest fight. I trashed the city, added some embers and some debris, some paper flying around, then made an outer space section with a small Earth for them to fight in space. Now, I waited patiently for the people with the Invincible skins to get on, and luckily they did, so I was able to film my scenes. After recording, I went into Premiere Pro so I could edit my videos, but then I realized my footage was all black. My OBS didn't record anything. When I was recording, I wasn't recording the right monitor, so I had probably 6 hours of just a black screen. This was pretty tough for me. I didn't know what to do. But luckily, since replays haven't expired at this point, I went back into replay mode and just refilmed everything from scratch. I started refilming me building the neighborhood and then the city. Then I had to refilm the whole scenes all over again. And then I was able to edit the video. And in the end, I was pretty proud of this. I was able to add some cool shots like this one, and some cool stuff happens in here. But since I don't know the actors, I had to do Conquest's voice and Adam Eve's voice, which isn't as good. So yeah, with that I basically finished the scene.
Are you sure?
So I exported it and now I'm uploading it to YouTube. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can check out the full video here and, make sure to watch the whole thing and subscribe to me and become a channel member and like the video and comment and thinking, praising me and all that stuff. See you in the next video.
Are you sure?
You need to do more. Goons.
Are you sure?
My entire goddamn skeleton, dickhead.